and Universities Minister in the UK. As has been said, it is the sort of great pleasure of politicians to have occasionally the opportunity to reap the benefits of the hard work of their predecessors and to come and do fun things like this and open great new institutions. And I'm really pleased to have a chance to do that today. This honour would have fallen to the Prime Minister, and I'm standing in for him, but it's a testament to the importance underlining this institution, that he was very keen to be here. Sadly, he's been detained with European matters elsewhere on the continent, and I'm sure you can understand what I'm referring to. This is a really important day. This is a great signal of the very strong and growing relationship between the UK and ESA. It's a historic day for the European space sector, 5 years on from the decision to establish ESA's first centre in the UK. Now, my ministerial predecessors took the hard decisions at a time of fiscal consolidation to make significant investments at the ministerial councils in 2012 and 2014, and they showed how committed the UK is to space and to collaboration through the European Space Agency, through thick and thin. These were difficult years for us in the UK as we started the difficult job of repairing our public finances, and we did take the decision to continue considerable allocations to ESA from our science budget. Now, some comment was made about the UK's commitment to science in general, and it's important that you all hear how committed we are. I was very involved in the preparation of the Conservative Party's manifesto going into the last general election. I can tell you, because I wrote it, that science goes through that manifesto like the words through a stick of rock. We really mean it. We see science as absolutely critical to solving the UK's productivity challenges, and we remain committed to it throughout this Parliament too. The results of that commitment to ESA and to science in general are obviously here to see, for all of us to see today. The Rosetta mission has grabbed headlines around the world, and we can be proud, very proud, of how British scientists and engineers and their international partners worked so successfully on that project. Today's opening also reminds us of the very real-world applications of space, especially in telecommunications. And it's great today to see Airbus, ESA and Eutelsat working together to build cutting-edge telecommunications satellites here in the UK. So I'd personally like to thank all the visionaries who have helped develop this facility. You have the full support of the government as you continue to develop this world-class space cluster. Companies from around the world are gathering here, and they see the Harwell campus as the entry point to a sector that's on the up. Companies like Lockheed Martin and Demos are here to innovate, to learn, and to be a part of this historic moment. Satellite manufacturing contracts are also coming back to the UK, and they will help us fulfil our goal as a government of achieving £40 billion of exports by 2030, and to increase the UK's share of this very fast-growing market to 10% from its present level of 6.5%. That's a really important objective for us as a government, and we will be giving it, and the companies gathered here today, our full support in achieving it. Missions like Tim Peake's to the ISS also help inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers. So with this new facility, we have real scientific and commercial opportunities on our doorstep. I look forward very much to another 50 years of remarkable collaboration started by Roy Gibson and others that have followed him. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here at this meeting.
Thank you, Minister. Now, Mr. Werner, could I ask you to join us on the stage? We are, after all, the European Space Agency, and we are here at our new centre in the UK. So, of course, we're going to speak to a British ESA astronaut, we hope. So, Major Tim Peake is busy training at the moment in Star City in Russia for his forthcoming mission later this year to the International Space Station. And so, he has joined us. Fantastic. Tim, very glad you could make it. Over to you.
Thank you very much indeed, and I'm sorry that I can't be with you in person, but I'm delighted to join you all, at least via modern technology through Skype, on this prestigious day where we open the Roy Gibson EXAT building.
Okay, thank you. Minister, Director General, maybe you'd like to...
How is the training going? I'm Joe Johnson, I'm the UK Science Minister. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you, but how's the training going? How's your flight looking?
Hello Minister, yes, the training is going really well. I'm here in Star City, and actually tomorrow I head down to Baikonur. I'm actually the backup crew for the next manned Soyuz launch, which is on the 23rd of July. So actually we've completed all of our Soyuz training, so we've done the exams, we're ready to fly as backup crew. Hopefully that won't actually happen. I prefer to launch in December on the scheduled time, but the training is going extremely well, and the next 6 months will really see me just refining all of the last-minute training we do as a crew, and also getting more up-to-date information on the science activities that I'll be carrying out whilst I'm on board the space station.
Fantastic. Any hiccups?
Thankfully, well, no major hiccups so far. Obviously, we had the recent SpaceX 7 mishap, and that's caused some changes to the schedule, and also I had some equipment on there that will impact my mission. There was a lot of important hardware loss, one of the international docking adapters for the space station, and also a spacesuit was lost on that mission. So we're replanning. Thankfully, everything can be replaced, and we're just replanning and rescheduling. I also lost some space food on the mission and some UK science, some rocket seeds, but again, we're planning on reflying those on future missions.
I saw those rocket seeds at the Chelsea Flower Show. Anyway, very nice to speak to you, and look forward to meeting you when you come back to the UK.
Thank you, Minister. I look forward to that too.
Hi, Tim. This is Jan Werner, your new boss.
Hello, Director General, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. So I know that the motto of your mission is Principia, and I would like to know whether you are taking also some stuff with you in order to check the principles of Isaac Newton.
Absolutely. In fact, I hope to be able to, over the 6 months that I'm up there, we get the opportunity on Saturday afternoons to do some voluntary science and some of our own programs. So I very much hope to take videos on Saturday afternoons, just explaining and demonstrating some of the basic scientific principles that you can do in microgravity. So there'll be some equipment being flown up to help me with that, and I'm really looking forward to those experiments and then being able to send them back so that they can be used in schools to help to bring a bit of entertainment and educate children and students as to the important effects of science in space.
You mentioned also that through the failure of the SpaceX launcher, you lost some of the scientific food. Do you also lost something of the real food? I mean, you need, especially for Newton, you need some special food.
I did actually, unfortunately, but thankfully it was only one container. So there's another 8 containers.
The container full of apples or what?
I'm not sure if there are any apples on board. I'm hoping to get some fresh fruit delivered whilst I'm up there. But no, thankfully all of the food that was lost can be replaced quite easily.
Okay, so I wish you all the best, and we stay in contact not only until your launch, but during the whole mission. And it would be a pleasure to see you personally as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you all, and thank you, Tim. Sorry you can't stay with us much longer, but I understand you have to get back to your training.
Thank you, and yes, I'll be heading off to Baikonur shortly.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're going to move to the inauguration moment, and I see my colleagues are in position, so I don't have to ask them to do so. We've got a nice stiff breeze blowing, which is a good thing in this situation, so we're going to raise the flags of all ESA's member states in a moment to salute the inauguration of the Roy Gibson building. So, Mr. Werner, would you like
We
to...
will do it together.
do the
Because we
honours?
would
Yes.
like to the
Yes.
UK at ESA and ESA at UK, so I ask the Minister to have
pleasure.
one of his hands together with
Very
me.
high-tech.
So, and now we have to have a countdown.
You just do that and...
No. Without countdown we do nothing.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's the Russians. So Russians are doing it without countdown.
So I think
So I would like all of you.
audience participation.
Yes. So all of them. So we start with 100. No. Okay. So let's start with 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1, 0.
We have liftoff.
Now, it's my pleasure to give the stage to the Chief Executive of the UK Space Agency.